What's going on, YouTube? This big pouncer coming at you again with a nut. Do a little update on the dove field today. I'm out here now. This is the first time I've been here since we put fertilizer out, and they look real good. They look real good. You know, it was pretty hard pressed to find rain here a week ago. We was desperately begging for rain. We went a good month and a piece, maybe a month and a week with no rain, 100-degree days. It was hot. Dang, it was hot. I mean, we went a good week and a half straight. Every day was over 100 degrees in May, and that's ridiculous. Boy, it was hot. And you know, a sunflower can take a lot of heat. It can take a lot of dry weather, but it ain't but so much that it can take before it's had enough and it just can't take no more. And you know, we blessed to have what we got, and they look real good, you know. But I believe, you know, if we would have had the rain when we needed it, they would have shot up pretty quick, because I was able to keep the deer out of this place for about three to 4 weeks. About a good month I was able to keep the deer from eating on our sunflowers down here, and they found it. They eat some. I'm gonna say they probably eat 15-20% of the field. You know, the only way to keep them all out is an electric fence, but you know, that takes a lot of money and a lot of extra effort to put the fence in, and then you got to move it and all the kind of stuff when you need to get in and do stuff. Well, at least have your gate, you know, to be able to get in and do something with it. But you know, we work with what we got. We've never had a fence before, and we've always had sunflowers to hunt over. You know, they'll eat some, but I'd love to keep them all out of here. Keep all the plants we got. You know, it's, you put a lot of money and effort into a field, you want to have it all. You don't want any. Don't want the deer to eat it. You don't want the daggone sun to burn them all up neither, because they'll dang sure do that. But you know, over the last week, we've had over 6 inches of rain down here over the last week, and it has definitely done us some good. We come out here and I put fertilizer to these things a week ago, right before the rain come. We sprayed it with cadre and got the fertilizer put out. I put out 1,200 pounds of fertilizer by hand on this field, spreading it out by hand right up the rows. And Daddy helped me for some of it, but 9 bags of that I put out by myself. 9 50-pound sacks of toting a 5-gallon bucket down each one of these rows and slinging out fertilizer. I'm telling you, my arm was like a noodle by the time I got done holding that bucket up. But I'm gonna show you what we got. They look real good. I'm in the better looking part of the field here, as far as, you know, the height of the sunflower goes. This is the main part of the field. We got a new spot there that's connected to it that we've just planted this year. And I'm gonna show you the difference between a field that has been worked for about 8 years now versus a field that the first year we've done it. So if you're planting your own field and you got, you know, you do everything like I said, you got, you sprayed your pre-emergent, which is what we done. You know, we come through here, we sprayed everything with Roundup to start with to kill it, dished it all under. We come through with fertilizer. You put fertilizer out, then we come through and planted. Then we sprayed with pre-emergent to keep to keep the weeds from, you know, from growing in it. And we had a pretty good stand. You know, all of them, just about all of them, come up. They look real good. And then we got no rain. Now, we had rain the first day we planted it, in the middle of May. May the 11th is when we planted it. And that was the last rain we got up until about 6 days ago. And you know, if you got weeds in your field after the first year, don't feel too bad. You know, you're always gonna have weeds in your field. But, you know, the more you do it, the better it's gonna get, period. But I'll show you what we got. This is what we got. Nice clean bottoms. Sunflowers look real good. They look real good. down through there. And this is about knee high, almost about knee high, in the better looking part of the field here. You know, all of them look good, but these are the ones for some reason or another that done better than the rest. They're over there. It's growing. They're not quite as high as these are, but you know, they coming. They'll end up growing right along with the rest of them. And that's a spot right there, and I'm not sure why, but I believe them pine trees right there suck some of the nutrient out of these sunflowers, and that's why they don't never grow right here like they ought to. And also you can see some where you can see there where the sun burned up a few. The sun got some. I'm telling you, it got so hot around here it burned sunflowers up, and that's pretty tough to do. But you know, some of these here got killed by the sun. It was drier in this little spot versus, you know, the rest of the field. But you know, some of them made it. They coming up. Like I say, the deer eat some of them. Like that one yonder, the deer eat that one. Nip the head off of it. They'll still grow. It'll still grow, but you know, it won't head out and make no seeds. But then, you know, you got right there that little spot where that pine tree is at. It ain't nothing there. But then you come down through here and, you know, you got something. You got pretty good sunflowers going down through there. So, but I tell you, I put scarecrows out and all to keep the deer out. Got some trash bags floating on some sticks, got some pie pans on some sticks, make a little noise, and you know, that'll work for a while. On top of putting that human waste fertilizer out, I put that human waste, humanite is what Daddy calls it. I don't think that's the actual name for it, but you put that out, you know, that works for a while. You know, it'll keep them out of there for about 3 or 4 weeks, but then they'll get used to it and they'll come on in and start feeding on it. But you know, most of the time by the end, they up high enough to where they ain't gonna bother them. Like now, they up high enough where I don't think they're gonna mess with them no more. But you know, you gotta have some rain to make them grow. We're just now getting some rain, but it might be done got a little too much, to be honest with you. The daggone rain come, and it come hard. But now I'm gonna show you the difference between a field that was planted several years versus just planting the first year. Now now this ground here, it is real good, you know, considering this is only the first year we planted it. It's done real good. I mean, these sunflowers are actually higher and look better than the ones in the normal field here. And yeah, I think this is gonna be one crackerjack little plot here. It's gonna make real good. But this is what we got here. These are the sunflowers in the new spot, and yeah, they look real good. Now you see we got a little bit of grass. It's a little bit of grass growing in it, but you know, with the more chemical you put on the ground every year, the better your weed control is gonna be. And we got a little bit of grass here and there. And you know, we'll always come through and pick weeds by hand. You know, about every couple of weeks we'll come through and pick all the big weeds out, and you know, with the grass, of course, ain't a whole lot you can really do with the grass. But I mean, you can get in there and hoe it, but ain't nobody got time for all that. But this is a spot here that the deer eat. The deer eat pretty much all of this, and I don't know why they want to eat these new spots. For some reason, they want to eat these new spots. But right here, they eat from here, these few rows, all the way up. There's one of my scarecrows. They eat it all the way up to about that other scarecrow up there. All of them sunflowers on that row, except the few. They left a few for us, but you know, most of them they nipped. And this is the worst spot, you know, that the deer got in. And they coming out that swamp back there. That's all they're doing. They living in that swamp. They ain't got much to eat. They come out here in these ag fields to try to eat something, and then they happen to come across our sunflower field, and the deer loves the sunflower. They'll eat the fool out of that quick. I'm gonna get up to a real bad grass spot here and show you what that looks like. Yeah, in a new plot. And most of the grass is under control for the most part. But we got a couple spots up here that didn't, I don't think it got the chemical on it like it should have. And this grass will continue to grow. This grass here, it's not the best in this spot, but you know, it'll get better next year. It's pretty muddy right now too. But we done sprayed this with cadre, and you can see like that there's dead. Now that grass there is pretty much dead. It's just not quite dead all the way yet. That grass there, you know, that cadre, it burn up that grass. But I'm quite pleased with the way these sunflowers turned out on this new spot here. My scarecrow done fell down over there. I got to go pick it up. It's kind of muddy out here. As you can see, there's water in these rows. There's a little low spot in the field down here where the water kind of gathers up. It gets pretty wet down in this little hole here. But that's it. That is the update on the dove field thus far. I'll probably touch base with y'all again, yeah, about another month or so. We're supposed to come out here Sunday morning before church and pick some weeds. We hadn't picked weeds out of the field yet, but we'll probably get to doing that Sunday morning. We'll come back in here and see what we can pick out of here. Pick out, you know, pig weeds, coffee weeds, anything really that's we don't want there. Like these coffee weeds, we don't want them in there. I want to get rid of them. So we'll pick them up, put them in a bucket, tote them out the field. Leave them out in the grass. So we got the prettiest clean bottoms that we can have. I'm looking forward to it. Here we, well, let's see. It's the middle of June right now. And you got 2 more months. Yep, 2 more months now, and deer season will be here for us. And we're gonna be hunting deers for about 2 weeks. Then dove season starts. And I'm looking forward to all of it. I think it's gonna be a good year. And I hope so. Hope I'm right. We got a lot to look forward to. And we're gonna get to it. But that's a look at our dove field. If y'all plant your own, I hope it looks as good as ours does. If not, 10 times better. This is Big Pencil, and we will be back with another one soon.